Morning, everyone. Welcome to day 21. Wow, we're already at day 21. So grateful to have you here. If you're watching the replay, yay, you. So good to have you come back and be a part of this, as you're inspired and what it gets to contribute to your 30 days of trust. And notice that practice of showing up for yourself. So every single time you come back, you can acknowledge how you're strengthening your relationship with you. So that alone is a powerful tool. So say hello in the comments as you join. And we are jumping into a part 2, actually. So for those of you who didn't watch yesterday, no big deal, because I'm going to create the space so that it's okay to jump in today. But hey, Louisa, yes, you are such a rock star. I cannot wait to do your session. Hello, Dory. Awesome to have you here. And so today we're going to be talking about this sort of silly sounding thing called the Love Landing Pad. Yay, Nikki, you're rocking it. I feel like you're here every day. So the Love Landing Pad essentially is part of really what I would say is nurturing our nervous system. So the most important thing I would say in relationship, especially after, maybe having some love relationships that didn't work out, or where there's loss, or a mismatch in values, the things that really take us out of that leave an emotional mark. And for many people, these emotional marks are from childhood. So for those of you who are like, oh yeah, my last relationship was with a narcissist or whatever it is, that's like, that was really painful, and I really need to heal from that. Typically, that's not where it started. Typically, it's something that, started in the womb. Before that, that's when we are wired with the beliefs we have around relationship. And then there are other things that occur in our life, whether there's a loss or just not meeting someone. So then there's that kind of experience that our body is having in not meeting someone. And if you heard me talk about it yesterday, I mentioned there's 2 ways that our relationship beliefs are created. One is, well, I guess there's 3, but the ones that kind of stick us, or one is that, we didn't experience that connection. And as humans, it's imperative that we have some sort of connection. You don't just come out of the womb and land in a field and then survive on your own. You wouldn't survive. So it's imperative that we have that connection with others, and we long for that connection with others where we feel seen and heard. So the one piece of this is, growing up in an environment where we just weren't acknowledged or seen or supported, which creates a lack of connection, and that then is wired into our body. And when we wanted connection, and then the other is having connections that are not good, like abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, and that leaves a mark. So those are the 2 kind of polarities, I would say, in general, can form a space where relationship becomes kind of a challenging thing to our nervous system. So either we're like hyper vigilant around, oh my God, I'm in danger, when we're not, or, we don't really have those boundaries at all. And so I love the science of this because one, the good news is that we can absolutely rewire our system. It takes some care, it takes some presence. So I'm sharing that because part of what the Love Landing Pad does is it creates some space for basically nurturing our nervous system in a new way. And the beautiful piece is that what we can imagine, our body believes is real. So that's why regenerating images and memory, that process is so powerful, because it uses the imagination as a healing, facilitating tool to access the subconscious. And that's really the translator. This imagination is the translator of the subconscious. Oftentimes people will say, well, I'm just making something up, or, well, that's not real. And, it is like it's a very powerful thing. We just haven't been, we've been taught to think, oh, that's just for kids, or that's just like a silly thing. So we really have an opportunity here to implement practices that then create that safety within more and more and more. And in the next 30 days that I'm doing, it's going to be all of that. And I wanted to inject some of this in here because it's also how we create that trust with ourselves. If we're functioning in that fight or flight, that fear, I'm going to do it wrong, oh my God, I can't handle this, and we're lacking that with ourselves, that we're not able to change that state, then it makes us feel out of control, like we can't trust life, like we can't trust ourselves, like we can't trust our choices, that we're not able to date. And that's, why we're here, right? To be able to navigate the dating world in a way that, you get to receive and attract people who are matching who we are. But it does take doing that inside work to change the outside reality. It takes doing the inside work to change the inside reality. And many times it's something that we're not actually aware of. So that's why these practices can be helpful to access that. So, whoa, I hope that wasn't too much blabbing, but let's dive in. So today, I want to share with you about the Love Landing Pad. Yesterday, we played with it a little. We're just going to go further in the process. And the Love Landing Pad is creating the space for your person to show up. If you are in a protected mode and you're worried, like some of the thoughts that can come up around this is like, oh, I have a really good life. Like, I don't want anything to screw that up. I've had clients who are executives and, entrepreneurs that are like, oh, I'm in a rhythm with my work and, making money and creating my home. And how do I fit someone into that? And there can be this sense of like, I don't want to lose anything there. There can be, a sense of not feeling like losing independence. Like I'm kind of used to my routine. I'm kind of used to being able to do things the way I want to do them, spend my money, travel, do those things. So if we don't have the space for someone, and this is true for any sort of manifestation, If we don't have our accounts set up, if we don't have our money in order, then why would money show up? Why would money come to you? If you have a business and you don't have ways for people to pay you, then how is that going to happen? So you kind of have to do the same thing with relationship, is creating the space. I'm sure many of you have heard of feng shui. You know, that's the art of arranging your space and using different tools to create a flow and harmony in your home. There's a lot of cool feng shui things around relationship, like having drawers that are open so that if you have a person in your life, they have a place to put their stuff, like creating space for your person. We're going to do a creating an energetic space for your person right now. So oh, yay. Hey, Sonia. Awesome. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Hi, Mandy. Yay. All right. Welcome, everyone. So getting comfortable in your seat. Taking a deep breath. This is also a really great way to nurture your nervous systems, like inhaling deeply, holding that breath, exhaling, noticing how it changes the state of your body. You can inhale deeply again, hold it, suspend the breath at the top. And exhale. And doing one more. Inhale deeply through the nose. Holding it at the top. Now holding it as long as you can. Keep holding it. Holding it. And when you want to exhale, just do another sniff through the nose. Do it like, add a little more air. Holding it and then exhaling completely and noticing how your body changes just from that, and staying inward, keeping your eyes closed or focusing on something, just resisting getting distracted by your phone or anything else or your computer, just giving yourself the next few moments as we play with this space. So right now, become aware of the energy bubble. I like to call it the love bubble. You may have heard of the auric bubble, like you have an energy field that surrounds you. And you are also infinite, so you're everywhere at the same time. But just noticing this auric bubble that's around you, the energy field that's coming off your body about 1 arm's length around in every single direction, above you, below you, behind you, and just sensing and perceiving your energy bubble. And just noticing what it's like to be aware of your energy bubble. If you want to reach your arms out and just sort of sense that. And then bringing your attention to the space in front of you. And the space in front of you in your love bubble, that is the love landing pad. So you can even imagine doing an X marks the spot in front of you. Like that is the space where your person can arrive. And just saying hello to that space. And noticing what it feels like. You may notice some resistance. You may notice some fear arise. But keep coming back to your breath, knowing that you are safe and reminding yourself, oh, I'm safe here. Exploring this, playing with this. So putting your cap of amusement on, turning up that dial of amusement, turning down any seriousness or turning down anywhere where your default mechanism to run or hide may arise as we're experimenting with this playing into the love landing pad space. So just noticing that space in front of you. And today for our part 2, just as you're aware of the space in front of you, you may even be inspired to decorate it. And it doesn't mean it has to have a bunch of stuff, because you may want it to be sort of a minimalistic space, but whatever is fun for you. Maybe it begins to feel like you and your love landing pad are both in a place in nature. Finding a place or inviting a place that brings that sense of peace to you. It might be in the woods. It might be on a beach. It might be just beautiful decor. It might be more of a sanctuary. So begin to sense and perceive how you would like to have your love landing pad. Because this is the space that is sacred for you and your beloved. Knowing that this is a special place. And noticing how it feels to honor that space that is representing this relationship you have been asking for. Being part of this, being in the Super Love Club or incubator, whatever you've been, receiving for you in your life. Just celebrating that. Wow, this I've been asking for my person. Here is the space for this person to arrive. And with each breath, you just notice maybe more about it, knowing that this may be dynamic for you. You may show up here tomorrow and it have a different essence to it, but knowing that this is yours to create. So if you are excited to be in the woods right now, and tomorrow you're excited to be on the beach with your beloved, you get to have that. Or if you are excited about it having the sanctuary feel or just a clean, open space, whatever works for you is perfect. So as you notice this, you begin to become aware of your beloved, the energy of your beloved, and just sensing and perceiving that this person obviously is already on the planet. This person is already on the planet. Also has some sparks or inspirations deep within, maybe in the unconscious or maybe conscious awareness of this connection to you. And just sensing and perceiving that connection, however that shows up, knowing that you're safe to connect. You are safe to connect energetically, and that there's nothing that this space can make you aware of that isn't in your highest good. And with each breath, almost like each breath becomes like you're reeling in with a fishing pole. Like it's like each breath brings this energy closer and closer and closer until you sense and perceive your beloved in the love landing pad. And if it doesn't feel like this being is here, if you're like, am I supposed to see a picture of this person? What's happening? Just know it in your heart. Be present with whatever it is that is available. And maybe if it doesn't seem like they're in the love landing pad, just be aware of wherever they are at this moment. That's fine. There's no right or wrong or good or bad, just perceiving them. But if it seems fun, if it seems like your person has arrived in the space, just notice what that's like for you. Whether you're connected from a distance or in the space, receive that now. And if your person is not in the space and you'd like the person into the space, ask. I'd like you to be in the space. And just like that, your person, the energy of that can arrive. Ask and you shall receive. If there's any part of you that's going into doubt, know that that is the lie, the distraction, the limitation that is not actually true. So taking a deeper breath to arrive in the space, being aware of the environment, being aware of the space as the opener to connection in the world. Receiving, allowing, and whatever wants to happen in this space, go ahead and let that happen. You may want to hug, you may want to kiss, you may want to hold hands, you may want to sit quietly in front of each other. You may want to sense the heart connection, moving back and forth like a figure eight. Giving, receiving connection, giving yourself that sensory experience of this. Noticing that what it's like to be in the love landing pad, acknowledging it. Melting away any fears or limitations that want to try to come in. However you want to put the brakes onto that, you may want to use the pew, pew, pew. If you were in that meditation, you may want to say, not today. And continually coming back to your breath and the space, receiving, allowing whatever wants to happen, not needing to change yourself, not needing to be something different, not needing to do more, lose weight, make more money, change your state of life, but be present. Just be present. There's nothing more to do or figure out or fight for here. This is being in allowance of that deeper awareness that brought you to super loved in the first place. That power that is the most powerful you. So anything else is a distraction. Noticing how it feels to be super loved in the love landing pad right now. Affirming the gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, body. being, consciousness, for showing me this. Thank you. Thank you, body, for receiving this. Thank you, imagination, for translating this. And knowing right now, making the choice to give yourself time in the love landing pad on a regular basis. Is this daily? Is this 3 times a day? Is it a couple times a week? I recommend daily. I recommend a minute daily, to include this in your meditation practice, to include this before you go to sleep, to sit with your beloved in the love landing pad. And on the next breath, returning back into the space, still being aware of this and noticing how it feels to now know that you have the space in your field for your person. How does that feel? What do you notice? Share with me something about your love landing pad. Where were you? Were you in nature, somewhere else, or was it space? It could even just be space. Knowing that this is a sacred space. And being able to live in a place where there is this safe space for you to arrive, and noticing when you're present with your beloved is that energy where you don't have to prove or fight or, turn yourself into a pretzel in any way. Mandy says she's in the hot tub touching fingers. Love that. So share with me in the comments. I love seeing that. And use that. Are you willing to bring that into your daily practice and see what that's like for you? See what it creates for you. I know it's such a powerful thing for me personally. So let me know how that's landing for you, the love landing pad. How's the love landing pad landing? And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.